because it has principles in it that are good, positive, and were the only things that carried me through many a hard time in my life. It's a pre-birth memory about being in heaven, being in the same room with the Creator. And the memory begins with a traveling sensation. I don't see anything, and the traveling is not point A to point B. It's more like inward to outward. And then I see a swamp. And the perspective is like a frog or a dragonfly, something real close to the water. And it's dusk, everything's real still. And that's only a flash. And then the next thing I see is I'm in a white room, cylinder-shaped white room, and I'm there. I feel myself as humanoid form, and humanoid means head, 2 arms, 2 legs, and I felt like I was about 12 years old, but with a 14-year-old's wisdom, like a little bit ahead of my current age. I don't know why that was. What was going on was I had just left the life I had been living. Maybe I died at age 12. Maybe that's why. I don't understand that. But the traveling inward to outward sensation was when I left my previous life. When I arrived in the afterlife or heaven, whatever the right word is, wherever the Creator is, I arrived inside the Creator, or maybe I always was in there, I don't know. But the sensation of inward to outward was leaving the Creator and then arriving where I was standing there, and the Creator was about 6 feet to my right. Not only was there the sensation of that traveling, there was a sensation of the Creator and I reviewed my entire existence. From the time I sparked out of the Creator, and I'll be explaining that later, to that moment, me standing there. Reviewed everything. Everything. I was looking down, and the floor was about 70 feet or so below me. I didn't see feet, so maybe I was just a ball of energy, but I had the sensation of being humanoid. But I don't remember seeing feet. But I was definitely looking down. And the reason I was looking down, because I was disappointed in myself. The life I had lived, I had spiritual goals for myself, and I accomplished like 70% of them, something like that. It wasn't that I was a bad person. It says I could have done better, but I didn't. And I screwed up in front of the one person, the last person in the whole cosmos I wanted to screw up from, and that was the Creator. So I was looking down in shame, and because I'm looking down, I see these white spheres about this big swirling down the cylinder, down to the bottom, and what it is fresh souls sparking out of the Creator. Actually, I call the Creator the one I sparked from, because I don't have an opinion on what the one I sparked from creates. It very well may be that the one we spark from does nothing but create new souls. And everything that all these places we go to, someone else makes those. The white spheres, that was new souls, fresh souls, sparked from the Creator, and they had consciousness at its lowest denominator, the very bare minimum of consciousness, very lowest possible living energy. And white sphere, that's pretty close to zero form as well. And that speaks of our beloved Creator's respect of our free will. We start off at pretty much zero, and whatever we become is because of our choice. The Creator is probably the greatest respecter of others' free will, and that's very important. Furthermore, the freshly sparked souls, they swirl down the cylinder like leaves falling from a tree. It wasn't organized. It was random, which again speaks of free will. Okay, the Creator and I we have a review, and this is it's very vague to me, just an impression really. I had set spiritual goals for myself. The last lifetime, I didn't get there. So this lifetime is going to have to be harder in order for me to still reach those goals. But as far as the Creator was concerned, I didn't have to. There was no pressure from Him on me on what I need to do. I could go and sit in a box for 10,000 years as far as the Creator was concerned, if that's what I wanted. But I had set these goals for myself, and it was like my asking Him what do I need to do? And he was just giving me the straight answer. So a plan was made for me in this life for me to make up for my shortcomings in my last lifetime so I can reach those goals. I have no idea what those goals are, but and then there was a strong sensation of a fear of looking at the Creator, because looking at the Creator is like looking at everything at once. It's overwhelming. It's not that he's a bad guy, and that brings to mind when I was standing there looking down, I could tell the Creator, or the one I sparked from, was staring at me with proud, loving eyes. I could tell he was smiling. Yeah. And that's important because, in my opinion, that's how the one we spark from feels about everyone. No one has to worry about going to hell or being hated. And you don't have to do anything in this lifetime in order to go to heaven. In my opinion, you have no choice. What's in question is, are you going to be proud of yourself when you get there? Well, we make our plan. I don't have memory what that is. And then the next memory, or thing I saw, I'm outside of whatever that room is, where the Creator was, and I saw my siblings in this lifetime. And my older brother told me that he was standing there right in front of me, and he told me it was something like "thank you." But and then we were standing in line, waiting to go, and first my older brother went, and I was sad that he went. I'm the second. There's four of us. I'm second oldest, and that's where the